Hello, everyone. So in this video, I will be walking through the syllabus for our English 1A course this spring 2024 term. All right, so the syllabus is in a Google Doc, and I hope you're familiar with Google Docs. I think most people are. It's a free word processing software. So if you don't have something like Microsoft Word on your computer, this is a great place to access a free word processing software. And you can write your papers on here and easily save them and upload them to assignments. So, okay. Over here on the left, you'll see kind of like an outline of the syllabus, and you can click on one of these things and it'll take you right to it. Okay, so basic stuff. My name, Professor Jessica Tancredi, our class and section number, the term, my contact information over here, my website with some useful resources. If you want to meet with me on Zoom, there's my Zoom meeting ID. I will have some assigned office hours, but I am still waiting to solidify those with the English department. So those will be posted in Canvas. I'll put an announcement out as soon as I solidify those. But other than that, you can always arrange to meet with me one-on-one via Zoom. So the first day of our class is January 8th, and the last day is Thursday, May 16th. And this is a fully online class, so we are on Canvas. You do not need to attend class at a specific day and time. Everything is asynchronous, so it's on your time when you set aside the time to do it. Okay, so this class, English 1A, is a foundational course where you're going to learn and practice college-level academic writing. We will read, write about, think about, and discuss various forms of writing, including short stories, essays, and articles. You will write essays as well as other types of writing assignments. There will be a fair amount of reading and writing assigned for homework each week, as well as frequent online discussions. No matter your skill level, confidence in writing, or strengths in reading, everyone in this class has the ability to succeed. Ultimately, you will leave this class a more confident, critical, and proficient reader, writer, and thinker. And I'm looking forward to a great spring semester with you. This is the description of the course according to Chaffey College. Also, we have the Chaffey College mission and vision statements here. Okay. Upon successful completion of this class, you should be able to accomplish these learning outcomes, and these are the course objectives here. I'm not going to read through them all, but feel free to pause this video and take a closer look and read through each one. Okay, next, required course materials. So we do not have any required books for this class. Essentially, our textbook will be this English Composition 1 from Lumen Learning. It's a free open educational resource online, and we can take a quick look at that now. So it looks like this. I will be assigning specific articles for you to read throughout the semester, and you will be required to take notes or annotate these articles and then submit your annotations or notes. And there will be more on that in the first week of class. You won't be reading every single article here, but you will be reading a good majority of them. I will also be providing different essays, articles, videos, etc. for us to read together, and those will all be accessible through Canvas. Okay, resources and supplies. So you need an internet connection and a device to access online readings and participate in this class via Canvas. I do recommend a notebook for your personal notes, good old pens and highlighters for annotating and taking notes. Of course, you can also use a laptop, computer, or smartphones or tablets for note-taking or annotating, but good old physical paper and pens have actually been shown to lead to higher retention of material. So if you are a paper and pen person, then I encourage you to stick with that. And if you're not, then that's okay too. If you're like me, I have carpal tunnel syndrome, so it's better for me, easier for me to type out things than to write them by hand. Okay, you need to make sure that your Chafee email account is active. That is how you will be receiving communications from this class, as well as any other classes and the college itself. And you need access to a word processing software. If you don't have something like Microsoft Word, this right here, Google Docs, this is your go-to. Mac has Pages, which is the word processing software for Mac computers. And then I also recommend that you have some sort of a cloud account, like a Google Drive, which is, I think, probably easiest for most people. Dropbox is another option, or if you're old school, you can use a USB drive. Okay, course policies, attendance. So while attendance in an online course looks a lot different than an in-person course, the fact remains that in any class, attendance is essential to your success. So I know from personal experience, when I was a student, the only classes that I got A's in were the ones for which I was rarely or never absent. And I've had my fair share of failures on the other side, where I didn't attend class and ended up getting a bad grade and having to retake that class. So don't do that. For this class, online class, you need to attend class weekly. So I recommend that you log in to Canvas 2 to 3 times a week. Monday or Tuesday to see what assignments and readings are due for that coming week. Then again, Thursday or Friday to post or reply in the online discussions and submit any assignments that are due on Fridays. So assignments will always be due Friday or Monday or both. And then you can log in again on Saturday and Sunday to see, you can even get a head start, see what's coming up for that next week, and submit assignments that are due on Monday. So there will be regular discussions online through Canvas, which require your participation, your presence, and your contributions to discussions where you share your ideas and opinions and interact with classmates are really vital to your success as a student and to the dynamic of this class. In an online environment, it's a lot harder to feel that classroom community. So discussions are a big part of that. And that's really the only interaction that you will have with one another is through discussions and through the peer reviews and feedback processes, which are also run through discussions. All right, and I like this quote here. It says 80% of success is just showing up. So really just getting on Canvas is the first step, right? Getting on, reading the weekly page, seeing what you've got to do and realizing that you can do it. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of editing as I go because as I'm reading through this again with you, I'm seeing things that need to be changed. So thanks for your patience and bearing with me. Okay, so please make sure that you are reading through the weekly pages on Canvas. I said this in the introduction video. Don't just rely on the to-do list on the side to tell you what you need to do. You need to click on the weekly page, read it, and look at things, because I'll often say, oh, hey, be aware this is coming up, so you can prepare for that, or give you notes and other comments about important things. So make sure you click on the weekly page and read it so you know what's going on. If you have a question, you can always post it to the Q&A discussion, or probably a more quick reply will be got through sending me a message through Canvas or emailing me directly. Okay, this is important. So if you stop attending class, which online means if you stop logging into Canvas, completing assigned readings and required assignments, participating in online discussions, etc., if you stop doing those things and you do not drop this class, you will receive an F. You will fail the class. It is your responsibility to drop the class. I cannot drop you from this class after the first week if you just stop attending. So that said, please, if you are struggling, if you are behind, if you're missing assignments, if you can't keep up, please reach out to me before you consider dropping the class. I want everyone to succeed in this class. I don't want anybody to fail. So reach out to me and let me help you figure out what we can do to get you to pass the class and get the work done. Okay. Next, late papers. So you must submit all final drafts of essays and writing assignments to Canvas by midnight or before midnight, really essentially by 11:59 on the due date if you wish to receive full credit. You can submit your essay up to 24 hours late with no penalty. Essay assignments will close exactly 24 hours after the official due date and will not reopen. So if you do not submit your essay by that date, you will receive a 0. You will be working on essays through assignments like journals, outlines, rough drafts, tutoring, peer reviews, feedback, thesis statement feedback discussions, and multiple different things. So those are all going to help you build each essay. And if you experience any circumstances, life things that happen that is preventing you from finishing your essay and submitting it on time, then please communicate with me. Just send me a message and say, hey, like, this thing's going on in my life, and can I get an extra week for my final draft? And I am happy to accommodate you and be flexible with life, because life happens to all of us. So my request, though, is that you have to communicate with me prior to the due date. So it's not like 3 days later past the due date and you're like, oh, hey, I forgot that this essay is due. Can I still turn it in? Right? That I'm not going to be as inclined to honor as I would if you are emailing me beforehand and saying, hey, I'm struggling and I need some extra time. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's see what else here. And actually the wording here is a little confusing. So you can still receive full credit by submitting it up to 24 hours late, no penalty. And then it will close after that 24-hour period. Okay. All right, late homework assignments. So all homework assignments are due before midnight on the day that they are listed. I do accept late homework assignments, but points will be deducted at my discretion. And generally, the homework assignments are going to be open for anywhere from 2 weeks to several months, depending on the assignment itself. If I feel that that assignment is valuable for you to complete at any time in the semester, it will remain open until almost the end of the semester. But if it's an assignment that is specifically geared towards the essay that we're working on, or something that's more time dependent, then it's not going to have as long of an opening for you to submit a late assignment. So on each assignment on Canvas, you'll be able to see the day that it's due and then the day that the assignment will close. So keep that in mind. And then also just know that it's your responsibility to be logging into Canvas, reading the weekly pages, and knowing what assignments are due and when they are due, and completing them on time, and managing your time wisely so that you're able to complete and submit the assignments by the due date. Okay. Cheating and plagiarism. And academic dishonesty in general. So simply stated, all work that you submit in this class must be your own. Plagiarism can range from copying a sentence to an article that you read and not citing it properly, to turning in an entire essay that you didn't write. So 2 ends of the spectrum. You're going to receive 0 points for any plagiarized work. If it's an issue of citation, then I'm going to be giving you resources for that. We're also going to be reading some articles and watching some videos about how to cite sources properly, how to find sources and use them. So you should have the tools that you need to be able to use other people's work and give them credit without plagiarizing. You do need to make sure that you know MLA formatting, which we will be going over in this class. You'll need to cite your sources in the text within the paragraph, as well as have a works cited page at the end where you list all of your sources. The library has a lot of resources. Tutoring can help if you're confused about this. And then, of course, I'm going to have resources in Canvas for you. Okay, so all of your writing assignments, rough drafts and final drafts, as well as other writing assignments, will be submitted to Canvas through the Turnitin tool. So Turnitin is meant to identify instances of plagiarism, as well as identify any AI-generated content, which we'll talk about in a moment. So final drafts of your essays should not exceed 25% similarity with other texts. If it's over 25%, that's kind of a red flag for me. And you need to be working on putting source information into your own words rather than just using a bunch of direct quotes. All right, and I like this quote here. We must all suffer one of two things: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And I think this applies to most things in life and not just when it comes to your academic studies. Okay, this is Chaffey College's policy on plagiarism. And then a note on AI. So in this class, it may be different in other classes, but in this class, you are not allowed to use ChatGPT or Google Bard or any other AI generation software. So any work that is written, developed, created, or inspired by artificial intelligence for this class is considered plagiarism and will not be tolerated. Turnitin is now able to check for AI-generated writing. So if your writing is flagged for AI generation, I will be in contact with you. It doesn't necessarily mean for sure 100% that you've used AI to write your work, but it's a good indication. And I use AI for a lot of different things, so I'm very familiar with the type of language that it uses, and I can pick it out pretty quickly. And I had several instances of this last semester. So I'm hoping that it won't be an issue this semester. So I understand it's a very exciting tool, right? It's technology. Technology is ever changing, new developments. AI will eventually find its place into our workforces and our personal lives. But in the realm of education and learning, this kind of technology really doesn't belong. And this is my personal opinion. It's because the use of AI really robs us of the opportunity to do the work it takes to really learn something, to think about something, to problem solve, to share our ideas in authentic ways. And college is a place for learning. And this class specifically is a space for learning how to improve our writing. And AI simply cannot do that for you. It can't do the work of you learning how to write for you. Yeah, it can write for you, but what are you really getting out of that? So I really want you to consider this, right? When you might be tempted to use something like that, what's your goal, right? What is the end goal here? Why are you in college? Are you here to have AI do the work for you, or are you here to really learn, challenge yourself, and do the work that it takes? Okay. Classroom etiquette. So we are all equally valuable human beings with feelings, unique stories, distinct experiences, and as a result, we all have our own opinions and beliefs. While no one is expected to agree on topics of discussion, you are expected to be respectful and considerate of your classmates in all communication. So this is primarily for discussions, right? It's okay to disagree, but we must be respectful of each other and recognize that we all have our own perspectives and opinions and beliefs based on, just where we've been in our life and the things that we've experienced. Okay, content disclaimer. I'm not sure how much this applies for this class. This is typically for my critical thinking class, but you may watch, read, or listen to or discuss material that is sensitive, controversial, and or potentially offensive or triggering. You're expected to maintain a mature, academic, and respectful tone when discussing all topics. And for really any topics in this class, I see them as opportunities for education and awareness. I don't believe that it is my role to push any specific viewpoint on my students. So in this class and for all of your life, which will always include education of some form or another, I encourage you to approach issues with an open mind and from a place of curiosity. Assess the information with which you are presented. Don't just accept it as truth. Think critically, ask questions, do research, come to your own conclusions. And this quote here by Robert Frost says, "Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or your self-confidence." So I think many of us can benefit from considering that quote. Okay, class accommodations. If you need any accommodations due to a documented disability, please feel free to reach out to me to further discuss your options. I'm always happy to work with students to help make this course as accessible as possible. Assignments and requirements. So all assignments will be submitted to Canvas and all grades will be posted in Canvas. In order to pass this class, you need a minimum grade of a C, which is a 70%. And the grading scale is pretty typical, right? 90 to 100 is an A, etc. So essays and writing assignments will compose 70% of your grade. You're going to have several writing assignments and 3 longer essays. This doesn't make sense. You will receive specific instructions for all writing assignments and essays. All essays must be typed and follow current MLA formatting requirements. So your first writing assignment is a professional email. You'll have a narration or summary. You'll have your first essay, the cause and effect. A second essay, which is an argumentative research paper. This is the biggest one. And then a third essay, which is a reflection. And you'll notice that you'll have a topic proposal, a rough draft, and then a final draft. Here you'll have topic proposal, rough draft, tutoring, and then a final draft. The supplemental learning requirement. So you are required to complete 3 activities of supplemental learning through the Success Center. And this is accessible through the Student Success Center Hub on your Canvas dashboard. You can also go in person to the Success Centers on the various campuses. Okay, let's see. So there will be more information in Canvas. Part of your week 1 assignment is to read the supplemental learning requirement page, where it's going to go into more depth about what you need to do for each of these assignments. Okay, homework and readings will be approximately 11% of your grade. This category includes Canvas app download, annotations and notes for readings, lectures, or videos, summary, narration, analysis of readings, lectures or videos, and research assignments. And then participation is worth 10% of your grade. So this is primarily from online discussions. You are expected to make thoughtful and meaningful contributions to online discussions and engage productively with classmates by reading their responses carefully. Often you will have needed to complete readings, watched videos, or completed other assignments in order to effectively participate in discussions. And please note that I typically will not be participating in online discussions. I may chime in here and there with comments, but this is primarily a means by which you are interacting and engaging with other classmates. All right, disclaimer here. The best way to grow as a writer is to read other writers' work, so I may use your writing as a model or example in our class or future sections of this class. I do change your name though, so don't worry. This is a great way for you to contribute to the growth and learning of your peers here at Chaffey College. And oftentimes for assignments, I will include a student example, at least one student example, so you can see what a finished product of that assignment looks like. Chaffey College resources. So the Student Support Hub from your Canvas dashboard is a great place to access a lot of Chaffey College resources. And the Chaffey College homepage, if you click on current students, that way you can access the student support page. Okay, so after reading this syllabus and watching this video, you should comprehend the requirements and policies outlined in this syllabus for English 1A, including tentative assignments, readings, and the course schedule. You are responsible for reaching out to me if you have any questions or concerns regarding the requirements of this course. Your continuation in this course includes your acknowledgement and understanding that this is a reading and writing intensive class, and that your weekly attendance, frequent access of Canvas, participation in online discussions, and timely completion of assignments is essential to passing the class. Okay, and down below we have the tentative course schedule. So this course schedule is likely to change based on the needs and the pace of the class. This schedule here on the syllabus will be updated accordingly, but Canvas will always have the most current information regarding what readings and assignments are due and when. All readings and assignments are listed on the day that they are due. You are expected to have them completed on the day they are listed below. Weeks begin on Mondays. All assignments and readings are due on Fridays and/or Mondays. I encourage you to actively read any and all assigned readings, annotate, highlight, take notes, write in the margins, ask questions about the text, and question what you read. And then here's a link to the Chaffey College academic calendar for this semester for other important dates and deadlines. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of this, and I'm still kind of working out some scheduling things and where I want to put everything. So not everything is here yet. There's a few TBDs, but this will be updated. And all of the main things are in here. So all of the supplemental learning requirements and essay assignments, some of the discussions are here. And so you can just kind of see how the semester will pan out. All right, that's pretty much it for this video. So as always, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns, and I will talk to you all soon.